I'm Nicole from NorthStar Vets, and this is Dr. Dan Stobie, owner of the practice. Today we're going to talk about a little bit what you should be looking for this weekend for Christmas Eve and during the holidays to keep your companion safe. So, Dr. Stobie.
Yes, Nicole.
Can you tell me what types of things that pet owners should really look out for, in their home? What can they...
During the holidays?
Yeah.
So we want our pets to enjoy the holiday with us. Obviously, they're a member of the family, but there's a couple things that you need to be aware of just to keep them safe during the holiday season. One thing is that cats especially love tinsel and ribbon, and if they eat that, they can swallow it, and it can result in what's called a linear farm body, where it binds up in the intestine and can cause an obstruction, and that can be a life-threatening situation for them. The other thing is that different plants around the house, like poinsettias, or the water in the bottom of the Christmas tree, if your dog or cat were to drink that, that can be toxic for them and cause GI upset, so you want to keep them away from that. And chocolate is a big one. Obviously around the holidays there's lots of food around, so chocolate is actually toxic for dogs especially. It has a chemical in it called theobromine, and if they eat too much of it, it can actually cause them to have tremors and heart abnormalities, and if it's enough, they can actually die from that. So chocolate is toxic for pets.
Wow. So I've heard that antifreeze might be an issue for some pets as well, and obviously that's around in the garage. And
Right.
What could that do?
Well, this time of year, with the weather getting cold, some people will change the antifreeze in their car, and some of the antifreezes now are safe, but most of them, the chemical that's in the antifreeze that prevents it from freezing in the cold weather, it's called ethylene glycol, and that will cause acute kidney failure in dogs and cats. So if they drink even a little bit of it, they can die from that. So if you see them ingest it, they should come to the veterinary hospital right away. And there is an antidote for that we can give them to treat it, to reverse it. But if it gets beyond several hours, it can actually be life-threatening for them. Some of the signs that you would see is that because it is an alcohol-based solution, they actually act like they're drunk. So if you know that you change the antifreeze in the car and you see the pet stumbling around or acting abnormal, that's the first sign that they may have gotten into that, and that would be a reason to bring them in right away.
Okay, and a lot of people use Christmas lights and to decorate, and the kids are throwing ribbons everywhere. How would that pose a threat to, say, Fluffy at home?
Right. Well, we already talked about the ribbon, but the Christmas lights, a lot of dogs and cats are attracted to that, and especially puppies will chew on things. If they were to bite into the wire, they can get, essentially electric shock from that. And in dogs and cats, that can cause burns in the mouth, and it can also cause what's called pulmonary edema, which is a fluid accumulation in the lungs. So we want to keep them away from those things. And also, a lot of people are tempted to give their animals, treats or part of the Christmas meal, which we all like to do. You just have to do it in really small amounts, because any fatty foods, a lot of meat or change in their diet, it's really not good for them. You can give them a little treat, a couple tablespoons or something, but dogs and cats, dogs especially, are very prone to what's called pancreatitis, and if they have a sudden change in their diet or eat a real fatty meal, they can get an acute inflammation of the pancreas, which can also be a life-threatening situation. And of course, they should never get bones. Bones can cause all kinds of problems.
So while families and friends are together and they're enjoying the holidays, if any of these type of emergencies were to occur, what should they do?
Well, one thing is go to your nearest veterinary emergency hospital. A practice like ours is open 24 hours a day, and we're always available to help people with their pets. They can always call the emergency number. And if they get into a chemical or something, the Animal Poison Control Hotline is also available to start doing some antidotes or induce vomiting at home.
Okay, I think you've given us some really great tips to start our holidays, and we wish you a happy holidays, so until our next video.
Happy holidays!
Bye!